Hello, I'm David. Let's explore a Princess Grill suite on Queen Mary 2. First, let's get our bearings. We're on deck 10, where all the Princess Grill suites live. This is 10093 on the starboard side. We've just embarked a few moments ago for our transatlantic voyage, and you can hear the safety announcement playing on the TV. You can see our full voyage experience here. Queen Mary 2 has the largest Princess Grill suite in the Cunard fleet, and you can see a bright, elegant space with a Super King bed, sofa, armchair and writing desk. There's tasteful artwork, warm lighting. It's all very classic Cunard. Let's take a look at the storage we passed on the way in. Later in this video, I'll share what this suite was like to live in for 2 weeks at sea. You can see loads of storage. There's hanging space, shelves, life jackets, a good-sized safe, and another full wardrobe next to it. Here's the drinks area, a lit glass cabinet with 6 different pairs of drinks glasses. What's your pleasure? And then the kettle and Ely coffee machine and unlimited water in Princess Grill. If only it were true for champagne. In the cupboard underneath we have china mugs and then some Walker's biscuits, and here we have double chocolate and stem ginger. But the other varieties are salted caramel and oat crunch. They're replenished twice a day, so it's one of life's little surprises as to what combination you're going to get. Also replenished is the tea, milks and Ely coffee pods. The fridge, the champagne's ours, the other items are to purchase. Only Queen's Grill gets complimentary contents, but we still found it handy for a beer or a real Coke. Ours wasn't quite cold enough and we couldn't find a dial, but no biggie. The TV. We spent more time watching the navigational map on channel 45 than actual television. Truly gripping stuff. And now, the charming sitting area with sofa and chair. You'll notice it isn't positioned for the TV. You watch that from the bed, like royalty lounging in a palace. There's a connecting door too. More of that in the outtakes. Oh, a bottle of Prosecco from Cunard. Thank you very much. There were 2 fancy Charbonnel and Walker chocolates as well, although Tim got to them before my camera could. The Cunard beds are very comfortable. They're pocket sprung, hand tufted, and the mattress is made by Sealy. It's called, wait for it, the Cunard mattress. Someone clearly stayed up all night thinking of that. Bedside storage. There's the in-suite phone. You can phone other staterooms. Power sockets. We've got 2 UK, 2 US, and a USB and a USB-C port. And there's a well-lit mirror for hair, makeup, and in our case, the dreaded tying of bow ties. Here's the hairdryer. Tim tested it very thoroughly. Into the bathroom. There's a shower over the bath and 4 Cunard towels. and Penhaligon shampoo and bath and shower gel, which created mountains of bubbles. It was practically a foam party in here. And then we've got the conditioner and lotion. I use that lotion on my feet every day, and by the end I'd never had softer feet. There's a great well-lit mirror. Some tissues, little built-in bin, and more storage. And this is the compact walk-in wardrobe, a luxury even if smaller than Queen's Grill. There's Cunard robes and slippers, wonderfully thick and soft. And blankets for the balcony. Shelves and drawers. And here we've got the laundry bag and paid laundry form. A tip: if you do use the laundry service, photograph your items first. Full-length mirror featuring yours truly. And now for the huge balcony. It has the same premium furniture you get in Queen's Grill. And after living in this suite for 2 weeks, I've got some honest thoughts and a couple of surprising outtakes coming right up. Here I am on the last day of a 2-week transatlantic crossing to New York and back again. Last night, the dreaded luggage tags were delivered, and we're due to get off tomorrow morning. About to pack. Before we do so, I just thought I'd spend a little bit of time saying how we found this Princess Grill suite, which generally speaking is very positive. For a start, on Queen Mary 2, the suite is larger widthways, is actually 1.5 times as big as a standard balcony cabin. So it creates a really lovely, generous open space with a very big balcony as well. So it's a bright and airy, well-appointed, spacious suite. Regarding power sockets, not too bad actually. Quite a few sockets in the room, and including a USB and a USB-C port, which is a fast charge port, the USB-C port. So we weren't expecting that on an older ship like this, so that was handy. There is some room for improvement. There could be, the power sockets could be spread out a bit better, and also the USB port is only on the side of one side of the bed, so there's nothing on the other side of the bed. You might notice just here there is a covering to the connecting door. So what happened is that on our outbound crossing, our neighbours were very, very quiet and we had no disturbance whatsoever. However, on the way back, they still weren't very noisy, but there was just a bit more noise, and so we asked for an acoustic blanket and it was delivered. And in fact, it's actually a lot sleeker and a lot more attractive than the ones that I've seen on the internet. And I cut that there because hilariously, just at that moment, you would have heard there's a noise from next door. But generally speaking, it's worked really, really well. Service from our steward, Christian, has been absolutely fantastic. He's really looked after us and gone the extra mile. And like all staterooms on board, the staterooms are serviced twice a day, in the morning and again for evening turn down service, where they replenish all the things that need replenishing and make the room good for going to bed. The lighting has been a little bit mixed. The lighting is quite pleasant in terms of there's quite a few side lights in here, and a light behind the cabinet where the glasses are kept and so on. So it's very pleasant, and also it's well lit when you have the big lights on. But it's a little bit feast or famine. It's either you have the side lights on, it's just a bit too dim, or you have it very bright. And the other thing is that there's no reading lights. So you're forced just to have one of the side lights on by the bed, but they're quite bright, so it's difficult for the other person to sleep. The furnishings are a little bit worn in places, but they're fairly okay. The only thing is the armchair is not very comfortable. There's some sort of bar or something underneath the seat. The air conditioning is efficient and works really well. You can either turn the temperature up or down, and there's also a super cool function which chills the room really quickly, so that's really handy. The Princess Grille suites on Queen Mary 2 are on deck 10. The Queen's Grille suites are on deck 9. I actually quite prefer deck 10 because it's a bit further away from the top of the lifeboats, so in my opinion you get a better view here. Overall, we've been very impressed and very comfortable in our Princess Grille suite on Queen Mary 2. It's been elegant, attractive and spacious, and we definitely consider booking Princess Grille again. Okay, thanks for watching. And a lot more attractive than the ones that I've seen on the internet. Can you believe it? They've heard me. Can you believe they've heard me? Well, do you think that's a coincidence? You must put me right off my stride. Isn't it curious that this is the noisiest they've been, isn't it, next door?
It's just you noticing it because...
Yeah. The air conditioning works well, ever so simple to use. There's also a super cool function, so which if you hit that, then it flashes and it super cools a room very quickly. So it's very efficient. Isn't that amazing? We've never had it before, and we're doing a bloody video and they're noisy.
Just at that moment, hilariously, there was a big thud from next door.
Okay.